Greetings, viewers and subscribers. It's day-oyabunmi. Welcome back to another episode of Messages from Ori. Today, I'm going to channel messages about what disruptions or shakeups are coming to you in the near future. Ashe. But before we get into that, if you're interested in your own personal reading on this topic, or any other topic, you can head over to my website, daydreamalston.com, to book your own personal tarot reading. I also have Ifa readings, a new ebook on how to read tarot intuitively for newbies. I have other ebooks, guides, and online trainings. So check out my website if you're interested in learning more. Okay, so I thought this would be a really interesting reading because I've noticed that the energy of stillness, right, and stagnation that many of us kind of fell into during the lockdowns has really kind of spilled over, right? Even though things are kind of open and moving again, there's still a lot of people who feel stagnant and stuck and are just like, what the hell is going on? Right? And I know the feeling because it's something that, I happen to be experiencing too, but I also know and feel intuitively that there are going to be some real serious disruptions or shakeups that are going to come and really get us moving and help us to move into a new timeline, right? A timeline of freedom, a timeline of movement and upliftment and leveling up. Like, I really truly feel that. But I want to tap into the collective consciousness to see what's coming. Now, this is a collective reading, right? So I'm going to get a lot of different messages. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you're interested in a personal reading, head on down to the description box. Okay, so I'm using the True Heart Tarot. What is this deck here? This Oracle, Work Your Light Oracle cards, and then a message deck that I created myself. So let's see what the divine has to say. What my elevated guides want to tell us about what disruptions are coming into our lives at this time. I'm really excited about this reading. I can't wait to see what's coming. All right, what do my viewers need to know about what disruptions are coming into our lives right now? So in the True Heart Tarot, the Six of Swords is so funny because it has like a woman being lifted up by birds and carried away. Where typically in the tarot you see this person, is in a boat and they're moving away. All right, so disruptions coming. Some of you are literally being forced to move out of your comfort zone, are being picked up, kicked out, like really forced to move away from the status quo. This could be a home situation. Some of you are being encouraged or, like I said, pushed to move away. Some of you are being forcibly removed. Unfortunately, that probably is not a lot of you, but one or two of you may literally being forced out of a place. For some of you, this is something that you didn't really want to do, but you're starting to feel like you have to, right? You're really being pulled away from, what you're used to, from a home situation, from a job, from a relationship. Like it's a real calling, a real pull away. Some of you have held on to something for a long time, but the disruptive energy that's coming in is not allowing you to hold on anymore. So when I even say the word disruption, the Orisha Oya comes to mind. If you know Oya, her energy is like transformative. When it comes, it doesn't, it can come as like a rushing wind and really tear shit up, because things need to be removed so that they can be replaced. So that's what's happening for some of you. With the Temperance card here, I see the disruption that's coming to you is if your life has been crazy, right? There is peace coming to you. I see some of you really putting your foot down. Like, I feel a very serious, stern energy from this card that I never feel. And what's happening is you're saying no more. Enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You're not allowing your peace to be disturbed. I see you stepping away from toxic practices and people and experiences. Some of you who have had issues with addiction are stepping back and are really taking the initiative to get the help you need. Like you're not smoking cigarettes anymore. You're off weed. You're not drinking. You're not, eating really bad foods. Like you're really choosing your health and well-being over everything. I see some of you stepping away. I don't know if this is a physical retreat, going on retreats, or like moving away from people, from an old place, because you need your peace and you're valuing your well-being above all else. For some of you, the disruption is coming to a relationship. I see in this particular situation or scenario, there is a divine feminine who is starting to value herself so much that she refuses to put up with any type of toxic behavior. She's choosing herself, and if that means she has to leave, she will. But what I see that doing is that the divine masculine, in some cases, he's going to be even more attracted to her, and that's going to help him to evolve. And if it doesn't, right, if this is the situation where it doesn't help him to evolve, I see the divine feminine, she's evolving and she's going to leave him behind. She's going to leave the masculine behind. There's a move coming for a couple. If you are in relationship, if you have a family, for some of you, the disruption is a physical move away from a home or a town, a city, someplace you've been connected to. This may be moving out of a parent's house, moving away from, your family home or your family residence, your family city, family town, wherever your family's at. Some of you are leaving that behind. Another disruption is I'm seeing like a great emotional maturity. If you're someone who has struggled emotionally and has had like severe emotional ups and downs for a long time, you're going to finally catch a break. Yeah, I see a great emotional glow up. Like you are really evolving when it comes to your emotions, your emotional well-being. Like you're finding a way to deal with the ups and downs in life that is very healthy and mature. Shit, I hope I'm part of that group, because I be going through it. What are some of the disruptions that are coming to our lives? Some of you are experiencing a great healing, or you're getting some type of information about some new product or some new information that comes to you that helps you to heal your body, where you've had, issues in the past with some type of physical ailments. I see healing coming to you. For some of you, this could be in the form of a surgery, right? A transplant. Something's happening where you're going to just really once again, you're going to catch a break. I see some of you with this strength card really standing in your power, the courage, just so courageous, so confident in your abilities. Some of you are really stepping into your power. And if you're someone that's coming out of a really hard time, I see this as this is going to be one of the most important eras of your life. Like this era of your life is going to be one that you look back on and say, damn, I can't believe I was able to grow like that, to excel like that. There's growth coming to you. Like those places in your life and within you where you were unsure and you lacked confidence, that's being eradicated. You finally see who you are. And I feel like for some of you, you don't see it fully, but you're getting glimpses of your true power. These cards just fly out. Let me tell y'all, the True Heart Tarot is such an active deck. It's a deck that I'm going to start recommending. For some of you, the disruption that's coming is that some of you have been kind of deluded about something. You've been a little delusional about something, a little unclear, confused, or someone has lied to you, has, gaslighted you and brought this confusion to your life. But I see that the divine is saying you're going to start to see clearly. And it's funny because if this delusion or illusion, confusion has come from someone else, they don't know. They're not even going to be able to see your internal wheels turning. You're going to like figure something out and it's going to move you away from them. But for those of you who this has nothing to do with other people, there's just been like this energy of confusion around you, which has kept you from being able to see how to move forward. But there's an enlightenment coming to you with the Hanged Man here. For some of you, if you've been feeling stuck, stagnant, if you haven't really been moving forward in life, or if you felt like that, there is knowledge that has come to you over this time period, whether or not you can sense that, or there's knowledge coming into you now that's going to help you break free of the bondage you felt, okay? The disruption coming to some of you is straight up like an enlightenment. You're being enlightened about something. A truth is becoming so clear. For some of you, I feel like the divine is helping you to see your own internal power, your own will, your own drive and your passion, and what can happen when you focus your will, right, on one of your desires. Or what can happen when you set an intention, when you believe in yourself. Some of you are getting some really high level esoteric information. You might get this in dreams, in meditations, automatic writing. This is something that happens for you internally. I don't know that I see this coming from outside of you. I think it comes more from within. Another card or two from this deck before we switch over. What other disruptions are coming to those listening? Some of you are really holding back. Like those of you who have been giving too much to people, who have been, being, those of you who have been taken advantage of, who are always the go-to when people are in trouble, and they're knocking on your door or calling you. I see you holding back. I see you taking your resources, your inner resources, your love, your time and attention, and focusing it on yourself. You're putting you first. You're putting your matters, your concerns first. Good for you. Yeah, I just feel a very empowered energy. If you haven't been feeling empowered, something is switching in the heavens, honey. Something is switching on and you are going to feel empowered. With this Nine of Swords here, some of you are finally, coming out of your head. I see a lot of worry, a lot of sadness. Something is going to spark in you that's really going to bring you up out of this sadness, this depression, this worry. Some of you who have been having insomnia, the disruption is you'll finally be able to rest and sleep. For some of you, this is going to take you really doing some serious internal work, like looking at yourself, looking at situations in your life, looking at how you've been toxic to yourself with your own thought patterns and worries and things like that. And when you see that and you're able to say, okay, I'm not doing that anymore, that's when you'll see the disruption. Like you're literally going to go through a process, learn some things where you're going to disrupt yourself, right? Disrupt that pattern you have, that harmful thought pattern, that harmful emotional pattern. With the Magician here, I see that the disruption for some of you is that you'll finally start to see your manifestations come to fruition. Like those things where you weren't, you know how there's been times you're like trying so hard to manifest things and then you don't see it come to pass? That's not going to happen. You're going to see manifestations that blow your mind. Like that's the disruption. You'll see the efforts that you put in really bear fruit, like bear fruit that makes you so happy. Ashe. For some of you, the disruption is if there's been a disconnection from family, or beef in a family, fight in a family. I see that that's being disrupted and there'll be more happiness and joy in a family unit. I feel some of you will finally feel rooted and grounded here on earth. Your root chakra is going to be healthy and active, so you'll feel a sense of having a strong foundation, safety and security. I see some of you, the foundation is that you're going to actually build a strong foundation. Another card from my message deck says emotion. The disruption is that your emotions, you're going to see how you've been utilizing your emotions in ways that have been counterproductive and unhealthy for you, and you're going to finally say no more and turn that around. One more card for my message deck. Intention. That goes perfectly with the Magician card. The intention card says, set a new intention that is aligned with your desires. Practice it consistently, no excuses. So I see you becoming very committed to your desires, your dreams, your goals, and making shit happen. The card on the bottom of the deck says drama. Just say no to drama and choose peace. We already saw that for the disruption for some of you is that you are not having it. Ain't nobody bringing drama to your door. I'll tell you that much. Because you're going to shut the door in their face. You're not even going to engage. Last deck, work your light. What disruptions are coming to those watching? What disruptions are coming to their lives? The inner temple card, it says devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I see that one of the disruptions in your life is that there may have been a time where you didn't really devote, enough time and attention to yourself, to your own well-being. And energy, but I see that, being disrupted. You are tuning into your inner temple and prioritizing it, and you're checking in with your heart, like making sure that what you're doing is in alignment with your heart. Council of Light is divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So I see that the disruption for some of you is that you're getting like a new group, of light beings that are connecting with you or coming to your aid. This can be a new group of ancestors that maybe were not as involved previously, but something kind of unlocks, or some type of astral helpers. Why am I feeling like this is for the earth? This is not just for us individually. I'm with that. Please come on and help us. And the last card is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Ashe. So for some of you, the disruption is that you are stepping into your role as a priest or priestess. Like you see your power. Your guides are communicating with you about all that you are meant to be in this life, and you're finally walking in that strength, power, and confidence. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.